I feel the need for a review, and I feel hungry, so I've decided to pick something up from the shops. And by random chance, I decided to get something from Sainsbury's, because that's the shop I went into. Duh! This is their Taste the Difference range. This is one of the things they seem to do on a temporary basis every now and then. 2 Beef Steak Hache Burgers. I have absolutely no personal idea what that actually means, but it's good until the 27th of February. It's not the 27th as yet, but it was on some sort of reduced offer there. Gives you a good idea of what goes into it, how much energy you're going to get, the fats, saturates, sugars, salts. Less than 1% sugar. Given how much hubbubaloo has been made about sugar over the last year or so, that's actually quite an important feature nowadays. So less than 1%. 0.5 grams of sugar. That's quite interesting. Alright, so 340 grams. Best by use by taking all of that. Well, I'm going to go and put these on the grill, and I'll see you all in a minute or so. So I've got it set on the grill now. I've got George Foreman, so that means it's getting cooked either side. I don't think I'm really going to be able to hold this up properly to the camera, but just to... let's see, that seems to be working. These tasty burgers are made with coarsely minced cuts of beef steak before being rolled out in a fragrant black pepper blend. Basically, the cooking instructions are on the inside. It does tend to vary a bit. Some places do have the instructions on the outside, but in this case, they're on the inside. Cook on grill, moderate heat, 22 to 24 minutes. Now I'm using a George Foreman, and George Foreman's, for those that don't know, and where have you been living if you don't know what a George Foreman grill is, basically you have 2 hot plates, one on top, one on the bottom. You put the food between them, and it sort of sandwiches like that. And of course it gets heated both sides, so that doubles the amount of heat it gets, supposedly decreasing cooking times, making it healthier, lets the fat and everything roll out. And in general, I use it for most of my grilling, so, you know, it is my weapon of choice in that regard. And very nice that my food does taste as a result. I think that's all I can really say for now. Well, here we are. I'm just going to step to one side to let the natural light of the room fill the room up just a little bit more, so that you can more easily take in the grandeur of this meal before you. So the burgers are basically cooked, in other words. I've cooked both of them because I'm a hungry bugger, so I like to eat, so I'm going to eat both. Maybe not both in front of you at the same time though, because in arranging them, I've had to use my hands. And I've licked my fingers. And I can tell you now, they are bloody spicy. So I have a couple of secret weapons on hand to help, just in case. But first of all, did you hear that? That's quite a juicy little bugger, isn't it? Or should that be a juicy little burger? Oh, let's just see. That looks quite appetizing with the naked eye. On the viewfinder though, it does look a little on the pink side, but it is quite well done, because that's the way I like them. I put a little bit of olive oil on just to help cook everything a little bit, because otherwise the George Foreman probably would have burnt itself out. But it just smells of beef burger, to be honest. It doesn't actually, you can't really smell the herbs or anything like that, but you can bloody well taste them just from a casual lick of your fingers after having touched them. Well, let's not stop putting this off. Let's have a bite. Just a small bite. And there's a little seeds and everything inside it as well, which you probably noticed earlier. And you can feel those with each. Yes, you can feel those with each bite, each time it touches your tongue. And there we have the, yes, there we have the spices coming through right now. Oh, I've just realised I'm eating with my mouth full. Well, of course I have to eat with my mouth full, but I am talking with my mouth full. And that's a bit rude, and for that I do apologise. It's gone now, but my god, that's burning my mouth. So time for secret weapon number 1. Something some people will swear I have an addiction to. You may very well have seen me do a review of this earlier, comparing this with the new sugar type. Well, that seems to have neutralised things a little bit. I've completely lost track of my thought process now. Oh yes, I've got another secret weapon. Entirely different product. You may know this brand. I'm just going to hold it upside down because I'm running a bit on the low side and I thought a bit more up. But what I have found a liberal amount work that into the material that we're working with. I'll just make sure it's all nicely coated and stuff. Liberal amount, nicely coated in. Let's see what we get as a reaction this time. Does that neutralise anything for me? Well, to be honest, the neutralising effect of the Coca-Cola has worn off and I'm already feeling my mouth burn up again already right now, so let's see what this does. Well, it has certainly calmed it down a little bit. We can still feel a certain amount of heat and it's actually started to make my nose run. Now, I don't have a cold or anything at the moment, but when food is so hot that it makes your nose melt, or rather the contents of your nose, then you know that the food is obviously very, very spicy. Yeah, I can think if you're a fan of spicy food, you'll probably like that quite a bit. I can hardly recommend it for anybody who's not a fan of spicy food because it'll be something different for you. Well, I'm going to end it there, and I am going to enjoy this in the privacy of an off-camera moment. Thank you very much for watching. Comment, rate, like, subscribe and all of that. You know what to do, it's all down there. Thank you very much.